If you don't know, don't worry. We're all going to do this together. Today I'm going to make Bun Cha again. The reason is because the first time I made it, I got the ingredients from online, and I did the steps that they were doing, and it was actually really good. Today I'm going to put in a little bit of my own twist to it. I went to a couple restaurants that serve Bun Cha, and I had theirs, and I wanted to taste and compare their ingredients to mine. And although theirs was really good, I have to say that the meat, the portion of the meat and all that, it really didn't pop out on me, didn't wow me, didn't say, hey, this is the main thing of the dish, and it tastes great. It was good, but I came across that my meat tastes a lot better. It wasn't so bland, and their nukcham was good, but it was really I guess sweet, more sweet than what I'm used to. Even though my nukcham is sweet too for this dish, it was just it's like they were trying to make the nukcham the main flavor of the Bun Cha, and I always think it should be the actual meat portion of it. The meat, if you bite into the meat portion, you should be able to say, wow, this really tastes really good. Now I'm going to dip it in the nukcham, and wow, now it tastes above and beyond how really good it is. So we're going to do this again. Bear with me. We're going to, like I said, do it with the ingredients I had before, plus with a little twist. I'm going to, add a little bit other stuff on there that I've tested and tried out, and it's really, and I think it's really good, and everybody else who's had it thinks it's really good. But again, we're going to do this again. Here's some of the ingredients we have. The greens are right here is for the actual bowl, the bowl of it. Let me grab the noodles for you too. This is the noodles we buy right there, the vermicelli noodles for it. That one of the main things on there. And then I had the brown sugar that will be going into the meat portion of it. Again, the vegetables right here. All this will go into the part of the bowl that we're going to eat out of, and some of it will be going inside the pork. We have the pork here, and of course, as you can see right there, we have what you call the pork belly. I'm going to slice it up and then fry that up too. So this and this is going to both be part of the dish. We have the shallots, the green onion, the lemongrass paste. I get the lemongrass paste. You can get the regular lemongrass. It comes in a long stick, looks like like a green onion, and cut it up, grind it up, and then do the same thing. But this does exactly the same thing, and I don't have to do all that crazy grinding and all that. We have some white pepper powder. A little bit will go in there. A little bit of MSG, and of course the fish sauce, oyster sauce, and the light soy sauce. This rice vinegar, the lime, and the white sugar, that will be going for the nukcham that I make. Okay. Of course, I have a little bit of chili paste. I'll show you that in a little bit when I start making the nukcham on there. But yeah, this is what I use to make mine, and I'm going to do it again today, and hopefully and my older son and his girlfriend's going to come over later on. They're going to have some of it. I just, like I said, I just want to make, I want to do it my way, like I've always said in the videos. Take the ingredients I show you, and if you don't like something, take it out. If you like something different in there, put it in, try it out, see if you like it. I think the way I make the especially the meat portion of mine, it pops out. Like I said, you can have that by itself without putting it in nukcham and all that, and you will see the difference in the meat taste. All right, hold on while we get everything ready. Thanks. All right, everybody, welcome back. First thing we're going to do is do the actual grounded pork portion of it. So I got a little bit more than a pound of pork in here. It's about a pound and a half. So most of the ingredients I asked to do is for about a pound of grounded pork. So all the ingredients I have will be just a little bit more than like instead of 2 tablespoons of fish sauce, I do about 3 because, like I said, it's a pound and a half. And on top of that, since I'm doing the pork belly slices, I'm going to add a little bit more because we're going to use some of the ingredients for that too. Okay, so give me a second. We're going to get everything ready for the ground pork seasoning first. Okay, here we go. Hold on. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add some of our sliced up or finely sliced up shallots. So we're going to put some in there right now. All right, I'm going to save some, like I said, for the pork slices. Then, of course, I'm going to add in the fish sauce. Okay, light soy sauce. There we go. Alrighty. Oyster sauce. Here we go with the oyster sauce. This thing's kind of putting it in the oyster sauce. I'm going to get the spoon here. Put some of that in there. Like I said, usually it's about 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce. I put 3. Like I said, because I wanted it to be a little bit more pork sliced than I have in there. And then, of course, the green onions. I'm going to put some of that in there right now. Actually, we're going to put all that in there. We don't need none of this for the pork belly slice. Okay, so we're good with that. Let me get a little bit more fish sauce there. Okay, then we got some garlic here. A lot of garlic actually. We're gonna put all that in there, except for a little bit for pork slice. Okay, we have our brown sugar. Okay, that actually gives a little color on there. Okay, then some people don't do this. I do. I'm going to do it. I do the lemongrass in there. So I'll put 1, maybe 2, and maybe 2.5 tablespoons of lemongrass in there. Okay, and then a pinch of white pepper powder. Okay, a pinch. Here's a pinch. I'm taking it as a pinch. I never understood what those pinch is. And some MSG. You don't have to add MSG. I like it. I don't mind it. Just a little bit in there. And then we're going to mix it all up. Okay? Give me a second while I wash my hands, and then we'll mix it up. Hold on. All right, we're back. Wash the hands, and here we go. We're going to mix all this up. Okay? Let's see what it looks like, because the green onion will give it that little that color on the outside of it, you know, when you're making it. And so you know, oh wow, that's Bun Cha. It has some green onions on the outside of it. Like I said, a lot of people don't add some of this stuff in it. I think the restaurants I went to that I ate at, they didn't have the lemongrass in there. I didn't taste any of it. So it was like a lot of this ingredient, a lot less green onions, because I didn't see it sitting out on the patties. It wasn't even really a patty. A lot of them were like looked like a golf ball. You know, it's kind of flat, but not really flat. So we do like little patties on there. And I didn't taste any lemongrass. I didn't see that like here. See, when we start doing it right here, let me put it a little bit closer for you. You see the green onions on there, and maybe they don't put some other seasoning, a lot of other seasoning in there. A lot of people don't. It's just the way they make it. And like I said, it was I liked it. It was good. If I'm out and about and I'm craving for some Bun Cha, I would, I'd most definitely go back and eat it at both of those restaurants, because it's, like I said, not bad. But if I really wanted some and I could wait to go home and make it, then I will go home and make it, because I'd rather have the taste of the meat, the flavoring and ingredients that I put into my meat. Like I said, it just pops out. I wish you guys could actually taste it and see the difference. Way you can get the taste of that if you ever had it anywhere, and then taste mine. You'll say, wow, it has a lot. It has a very good taste to it. I like it. So this is done. It's already mixed up, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the refrigerator in a few minutes after I take the pork belly slice. I'm going to slice it up. I'm going to put the ingredients in the pork belly slice, and just leave it right here so it's in in one big container. So this way it can be sitting in the refrigerator for a few hours. Okay, hold on while I get the pork belly slice. What I did was I boiled the pork belly a little bit to get all the grime and crumb and all that mess on the outside of it off. Then when I fry it, it will be nice clean color without all the nasty stuff from the pork belly. All right, hold on. All right, I pulled the pork belly out. I rinsed it off. It looks actually pretty clean, pretty good. I'm going to slice it up now, and after I slice it up, I'm going to put it in a bowl, and we're going to add some of the same ingredients that we have on the actual beef patty, pork beef patty, Bun Cha, for this too. So when I fry this up, it will have the same taste and all that. All right, give me a second, and we'll start slicing it up. Thank you. All right, so it's done. It's sliced up. Yeah, as you see, it's still a lot, red and pink and all that because it needs frying. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put it in a bowl. I'm going to mix it up with our ingredients that we have for it, and then you can have like 2, 3, 4 slices of this with also the patties on there. Okay, so let me get a bowl and put this in there and start putting the ingredients in there and mix it up. All right, hold on. Okay, we're back. Here we go. We're gonna put some of the shallots in there, the leftover. Not a lot of it, because when you fry this up, unlike the patty, the shallots can burn. We got some more fish sauce in there, and of course the oyster sauce and the soy sauce, the light soy sauce we use. Let me add some of the garlic in there. Not a lot, because like I said, when you fry these pieces up, you don't want it, the garlic and all that, to really burn that much on there. Okay, so I'm going to also add in, of course, the lemongrass. Let me grab it here. That 1 teaspoon, tablespoon. I mean, let me add a little bit more in here. This makes it taste really good. Just finish off that little tube of lemongrass there. We're going to do a little bit of MSG, like that. Go. Let's shake a little bit of the pepper powder on there. White pepper powder, like that. Okay. And maybe, let me see. Hold on 1 second while I grab something real quick here. Sorry about that. I had to go inside the cabinet and grab the brown sugar. So this has the same stuff, except for the green onions on there, as the patties that we're going to do. I'm going to mix this up like that. Yep, it smells good. It smells really good. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to take this. Here's the patty portion of it. I'm going to scoot those over, and I'm going to add this to the same area. So when I put it in the refrigerator, I don't have some space in my refrigerator for these. When I take it out, I'll cook it separately. The patties will be fried up separately than the pork right here. But like I said, both the ingredients inside there are exactly the same, minus the green onions on this one. Okay, so we're going to put this in the refrigerator, let it sit for a few hours before I cook it up for dinner. And the next thing we're going to do is my version of the Nuk Chum or Nuk Mum. I'm going to do a couple big jars because I like to have extra in my refrigerator. How we do it, because a lot of people who eat it don't like the meat all soaking and sitting inside the Nuk Mum. when you eat bun cha, you take it out and you eat it like that, which is fine, as long as your nuc mam is not so strong and it hurt, might upset people's stomach or something like that. So what we do is, after I make my nuc mam, you pour whatever you want in your bowl of your vermicelli noodles and your vegetables and all that, with your meat and all that and on there, so you can get the exact amount that you like. I like a lot, so I pour a lot in there. I even have it dipped, stayed in a bowl and dip it from there. I like a lot, but that's not how I serve it, because I want everybody to have their way of how much nuc mam they want on theirs. Okay, because some people, like I said, they like the taste of nuc mam, but their stomach might not like that much in there. All right, especially the one for Bun Cha is, it's sweeter than a regular nuc mam, the mixed nuc mam. All right, give me a second. We'll get that one going. All right, thanks. By the way, like I said, I'm going to put this in the refrigerator, let it sit for a while. Okay, thank you. Hold on. All right, welcome back. We're going to do the nuc mam now. Usually I do 2 cups of water, but I'm doing 4 because I'm doing double the amount of nuc mam I'm going to make. So I'm going to let that boil up, and I'm going to come right back. I'm going to add the sugar to it so it dissolves in there, some of the fish sauce in there, and of course our rice vinegar and all that. I put the rice vinegar after this cools down a little bit, and of course the this hot sauce right here, this right here, there we go, with the chicken on there. And then I'm going to also put in the garlic after everything cools down. I don't want to put the garlic and the hot sauce in there while it's hot, because it's going to make it turn color like green or blue or something like that. I don't want that. Okay, so I'm going to boil this so the sugar can dissolve in there. All right, hold on a second while I get all that ready. Okay, so all right, we're back. The water's getting hot. I don't want it boiling over and all that. I just want to get hot enough so when I put the fish sauce in there and the sugar and in there, it will dissolve the sugar some. Okay, like I said, I don't want it to boil, but I do want it to dissolve it some. So I'm gonna put that in there. Get it mixed up here. Let me grab some of this. Get the rest of this out there. And like I said, do it by your taste. This is double amount. Like I said, usually I do 2 cups of water, and everything a lot less, but I did 4 today because I'm making a double dose of this. Okay, so I'm gonna let that sit in there for a second, dissolve the sugar, then I'm turning it off. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm turning it off. I'm gonna let it sit and let it cool down a little bit. Of course, I have my rice vinegar. I'm going to pour in there in a few minutes. Use rice vinegar instead of just regular white vinegar. It tastes a lot better. And you want this nuc mam, like I said, to taste a little bit sweeter. Okay, we're going to drop the lime in there. I mean, the lime juice in there. The juice from the lime, that actual lime, and then of course our garlic. But we want this to cool down first. So right now, the sugar's dissolved. I'm happy with that. I'll let this cool down. Put the rice vinegar in there, the juice from the lemon, the lime, I mean. You can use lemon, but I use lime. This hot sauce and the garlic. That's most important, like I said, from trial and error, is don't put the last few stuff in there until this cools down, okay? Because it's gonna give it some strange color. And taste it. If it's too sweet, add a little bit more water to it. If it's too not salty enough, put some more fish sauce in there. Some lime juice, or a freshly squeezed lime in there. Depends on how much you like. I don't like a lot of lime in my nuc mam, so I just put 1 whole lime juice in there. Okay, and of course the inside of this and all that. I'm gonna squeeze it out and all that. All right, so we'll be back in a few minutes after this cools down. All right, thank you. All right, we're back. It's cooled down a lot. So now I'm going to add in the rest of the ingredients, which is the rice vinegar, and then also the garlic I minced up and all that. Okay, put that in there like that. And depending on how much you want of this, you can put this in. It's not really spicy, so you know you don't have to worry about like upsetting people's stomach or not being able to eat it because it's spicy. It's not. It just gives it another flavoring in there. So I'm gonna mix it up right there, just like that. And let me grab my my lime, which I cut in half. I'm gonna start squeezing the lime juice in there, which if I get some good lime juice in there. I have some other lime juice inside the refrigerator. I'll use that if I can't get enough out of here. What I normally do is I squeeze the lime juice in there, then I hit the pulp and all that. You know, I get the pulp in there too. I like that. I like to get the pulp inside there. Like that, you know. I don't use a lot of lime. A lot of people like a lot of lime. I don't. But what I do use, I try to use up the most of it I can. Okay. So let's squeeze that in there some more. The other half of it. That. And then I'm gonna give it a little taste and see if I need to add anything else or you know or add more to something. Okay, hold on a second here while I do this. Hold on. All right, here we go. We'll mix it up a little bit here. And then I'm going to take a little taste of it and see how it tastes first. Hold on a second here. Spoon. Mix it up a little bit more. See a little bit more of this sauce right here. Okay. Take another little taste of it. All right, here we go. Perfect. It's good the way it is. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to pour it into my 2 of my jars like this, little mason jars, and then put it in the refrigerator and wait till dinner. All right, thanks. We'll see you later on. Give me a few minutes when it gets closer to grilling up the Bun Cha, the pork, and the pork slices, and I'll show you what's going on. All right, thanks. Alright, just want to bring you back, let you know that I put it in a jar, 2 jars here, and probably going to use up most of the 1 jar tonight, depending on how much we eat on this. I wanted some left over. But yeah, there it is. It actually tastes good. I added a little bit more fish sauce in there, and a little bit more rice vinegar in there, and now it's perfect, the way we like it. All right, so let's wait on, and we'll be back later on to have to start the cooking the Bun Cha, the meat portion of it. Okay. All right. Thanks, everybody. See you in a little bit. All right. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let me show you. Got the Thai chili peppers cut up for it. The green onions. Got some purple onions. People call them red, but they're purple. Sorry. Got some the carrots shredded up. Cilantros. I'm using red leaf lettuce. You can use green leaf, and of course the cucumbers right there. That's the veggies that go inside there. And we have the vermicelli noodles. They are all nice and bouncy and ready to go. They're cooked, ready to go. I'm getting ready to cook up the meat. So give me a second. We're going to get that ready and grill it up. All right. So we're going to get ready to grill everything up. This one is for the pork strips I'm going to be doing, and this is for the patties. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put some oil on the grill while it's heating up, and then, you know, brush it on right here. So don't have a lot, but you know, enough. It's pork, so you'll get some fat off that too. Okay, so just do like this, and we're going to grill the patties, and then also with the pork strips, we're going to cook them, grill them on medium, probably about medium, because you know they should cook a lot faster that way, and they won't burn and all that. Okay, so we'll be back. What we're doing is let the grill get a little bit hotter, and then we'll put the stuff on there. All right, give me a second. All right, so everything's getting pretty hot here. First thing I'm gonna do is put these little pork strips on there. You hear it grilling right there. All right, they shouldn't take that long to cook. Right there. Like I said, I turned it down to about a little bit medium, maybe medium low. I'm gonna fill this little round stove top grill that I have with it on there. I can already smell all the seasoning that I put on there. Smells really good. Look at that. Alright. Alright. Look at that. It's cooking up a storm there. Yep. Alright, gonna let that cook. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit to about medium. And I'll be right back. We're gonna start putting some of the patties on here, okay? Hold on. So there's a lot of action going on here. We got the pork strips grilling. We got the patties right here. I'm getting ready to, you know, patty them up to little mini patties, okay? And then put them on the grill here. So let's try this now, okay? There's one right there. You see that? Look at that. They look good. They look good. I'm pattying these as I go. I don't have them pre-patties and that like that, okay? So that's why you see a little lag in between me putting one down and talking a little bit. So give me a second here while we get this done. Thanks. Alright, here we go. Those are cooking. I'm going to flip over the pork strip right there. You know, you put like maybe 4 of these on there of your bowl with the patties. You know, just extra meat on there. So there we go. Kitchen's firing up with some great smell. Great smell. Let me grip my spatula and get ready to flip those pork patties over. Okay. Let's see what it's like. How good it's cooked on one side already. Here we go. There's one right here. Here we go. Okay. Hold on a second here. Oh yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Hold on one second. Yeah. Flip it over. Maybe turn down this grill a little bit. Charcoaling on that side really well. Oh, some of these patties are a little big. When I do the next round of patties, I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. Maybe like this one right here. Okay. So those are cooking great right there. Yeah, they're looking good there. They're looking good. Okay. Pork strips are cooking. So, all right, give me a second here, and we'll see where this goes from here. Okay. All right. Hold on. All right, so I just flipped over everything again. Pork strips are done. I'm going to turn them off, let them sit there for a minute. So it's finished cooking on, this last side right here. As for the patties, I'm going to take them off and put the next round on there. Give me a second while I grab my tray and then put these on the tray here. Because remember, even though they are, you take them off, they're still going to be cooking a little bit off the, off the grill. So looking good. These look good. I'm gonna let them sit there for a minute. Move them. I'm gonna move them out of the way. I'm going to take the strips off, but before that I'm gonna go ahead and grab some more. Put some more patties on here. Let them start cooking. Okay. Like I said, I'm gonna make them a little bit smaller than the first few that I did, because the first few I did were pretty large. Almost like a mini burger. We don't want that. It's Bun Cha. Okay, let's start with the Bun Cha here. Okay, all right, Bun Cha Cha Cha. All right, here we go. Got this here. That's another one. That one here. As you can see, I don't need to put no more oil on there. The oil from the fat of the pork is making some right there, and it also gives it a good kick of taste there, right? So here we go. Get this down here a little bit. You can take your time, make the patty perfectly, round, patty-like. I try to do that, but sometimes a little bit too much in a rush. I just want to make sure that I want the food to come out tasting good. I want it to, have the flavor that it's supposed to have on there. A lot of people I see cook stuff like this, and their food, looks awesome. It looks like picture perfect. But when you bite into it, doesn't taste. It tastes like a picture. It doesn't taste like food. So we're gonna let that cook and go from there. All right, give me a second, and then we'll be right back. All right, we're back. Let's go ahead and try to flip this second round over and see how it's cooking. I turned down the heat a little bit, so it might not be done yet. Let me see. Let me make sure first. Okay. Oh yeah, they're good. They're good to flip over. So give me a second while I flip all these over. All right. Part of the grill gets a little bit hotter on one side right here. That's why you're seeing it a little crispier right there, but that's okay. See that? It's good. It's good to go. All right, this is the second step. We're gonna let them cook for a minute. Gonna flip them over one more time, take them off, and do the next round of the patties. All right. So let me bring you over here while those are cooking and let you see. This is the first round of patties, and these are what you call the pork strips. They go on there too, and I took a little taste of a little piece of it. It's really good, really good. These patties taste good too. So we're going to do a taste test in a few minutes, but let's go ahead and go back to the ones on the grill, get the second round of the patties done, and then get the third round on. Okay? All right. Hold on a second. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. Let's go ahead and see if we can flip these over one more time. Oh no, they're not done on this side yet. Maybe this side of it. Oh yeah, not yet. Okay, let's give it a few more minutes on this side, and then we're going to start the third round of the beef patties, pork patties. I mean, all right, hold on. All right. Let's go ahead. Let's flip these over now. Okay. Yeah, looks good. Looks good. Yep, those look good. I'm going to scoot them over all the way this way, right here. And then I'm going to start a line of a third set of the patties, okay? So then I'm going to take off those other ones, maybe give it a little bit more room on here. Because, like I said, this is like a grill. I have to keep an eye on this thing because, you know, you don't want it to burn. Like grilling outside and all that. You want the char on there. You want it to look like it's on a grill. If you don't want it to burn. So, and with this, it's got like a, you know, like when the barbecue grill outside. Some spots are hotter, gets hotter than the others. So we have to keep an eye on this, right? So here we go. Let me put a couple more patties down here. Hopefully I didn't make these too big. Might have made it too big. Okay. Okay. Alright, let those cook. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring over my tray here. I'm going to take these patties off and put them on there. Alright, like this. Give me 1 second. Let me get a. All right. Let's see. Here we go. There we go. Yeah. There we go. Yep. Those things look really, really good. They look good. Like I said. How they taste? We'll find out, yeah? I think we'll be okay. I think we will be okay with the taste too, but these two are not done yet, so let me move them over this way. And I'm going to put the rest of our patties on the grill here. Let me get this here. See how many we can get out of this last bit of ground pork I have here. I can make another, then give about another 2 on here. Let me make some room here real quick. Yeah, that's good there. Okay. Okay. And 2. Alrighty. See about this. Yeah. There we go. Let me flip that. Oh, that's it. These are a little bit bigger than I wanted, like I said, so, but that's alright. Instead of putting like 4 of them, you can put 3, you'll be good like that, okay? There we go. Yeah. These are not done yet. Alright, let me get the other leftover pork I have here. And put on here. On the grill. Keep that over there. Go. And I think I have 1 more patty to put on there. Let's get the rest of the ground pork with everything on there, and boom. Alright. Let's let that cook for a minute. Let me wash my hands. Then come back and flip them. Give me 1 second. right, I'm back from washing my hands. All right, let's see if we can flip any of these ones over. Yeah, that one's good to flip. I think this one too. Hold on, let me take a look here. Yep, that one's good to flip. These ones are good. They're cooking. This one's not done yet. I think I should put that one down here. There we go. There we go. All right. So normally, like I said, you'll put like 3, 4 of these patties in your bowl. I say 3 because they're pretty big, and some of the pork strips in there with your veggies and all that. You know, you build your bowl up, have some noodles, vermicelli, have your nook chum in there, and then you're good to go. All right, let's get these finished up, and then we're gonna get my older son. He's here tonight to build up his bowl and go from there. All right, hold on. You see how ours look like little hamburger patties, right? The restaurant I ate at had it look like I said, like a miniature sized golf ball or something like that. And it didn't really have, like I said, it tastes good, but it's very bland taste. Like you taste the pork, maybe a little bit of salt, but I didn't taste any like say garlic or any lemongrass. I for sure didn't taste the lemongrass, and it was so saturated with their nook mum because it was sitting in the bowl. That's how you do it. Yeah. Traditionally, that's okay. We don't do it that way. Like I said, we drizzle on the nook mum on there so you can get as much as you want. But it was sitting in there, and the nook mum was, I don't know. I didn't like the taste too much. It was way too sweet for me. But mine's sweet, but not as much as theirs. So, all right, give me a second. I'm going to flip this over, and then I'll be right back. All right, hold on. All right, they're flipped over. We're going to let them cook a little bit on this side. Flip it one more time. Take it off, and then get everything else ready. Okay. So we're going to let them cook for a minute. I'm going to flip it over, but I'm going to go ahead and get some of the veggies and all that out, and get it ready to show everybody. All right. Hold on a second. All right, I'm back. Here we go. Let's flip it over one more time. I actually turned off the grill here. It's hot enough that that this last few. Oh, this one broke up here. We're probably going to try that. We're probably going to eat that one. Taste test on that one. Okay. So here we go. Flip that over. Flip that over. Oh, that one's not that one. That's one. Let's go over here. Okay. So, all right, so we're going to go ahead and finish these up. I'm going to put them on the pan and then get the bowls ready. But actually, we're going to taste test that. I'm going to taste test that with my son, my older son, in a minute, and then I'll let you know. All right, hold on. All right, I think these are done. I'm going to go ahead and take them off here and put them on the tray. And then some of these are breaking because I don't think I patted them down good enough. That's okay. That's all right. There we go. I'm going to put this one to the side right here. I'm going to taste test that one. Okay. All right. So here is the grill. It's turned off. I'm going to scrape this off of here. And then what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take this over here, and you can follow me along. Here we go. And then put up here, just like that. I got all the veggies out, the nook chum out. Actually, the noodles are right here. Here we go, like that. I'm gonna get my older son to come over here. We're gonna actually just taste the meat without no nook mum on there. Probably this one. And then see what it tastes like. Like I said, I think the ingredients I put in mine makes it brings the flavor out. There's no like, it's not just bland. It's not just like pork flavor with salt or whatever. That's what it tastes like to me in a restaurant. Okay, so okay, give me a second. Hold on. All right, so my son's here, my older son. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take taste of this without no nook mom, without no noodles or nothing like that. So go ahead and break that up right there, yeah, and take a bite. I'm gonna take a bite of it. We're gonna see what it tastes like. Okay.
Smells good. Hot. Wow.
So.
It's very good. It's sweet. I like it.
Good. So, like I said, when I ate it at the restaurant, it had bland taste, didn't have a good taste to it. I didn't really, you know, I enjoyed it, but I didn't like it. I think mine brings the flavor out. So now what we're going to do is he's going to make his bowl up and he's going to eat it. All right, hold on. Be back in a minute. All right, so he made his bowl up. He put all the stuff he wanted on there. Only last thing he needs to do is put the nook mom on there and go from there. He's taking the spoon that we have. Let's see if this one fits. Nope, hold on. Hold on 1 second. Let me put it on pause. I'm getting a spoon for it. All right, we're back. Got a better spoon for him. So there you go. Stir it up. Here we go. Let's turn it this way. There we go.
I'm gonna start.
There you go. Oh, that's okay. I'll get over his bowl.
Yeah, it's gonna make a mess. So
that's okay. See, usually in Bun Cha, like I said, they soak the meat inside the bowl, but I don't want everybody to have that much nook mom in there.
That's good.
See, he has the right amount, that he likes in there, and it's not sitting and soaking in there. So that's why he got that. So he's gonna go ahead, toss it around, and he's gonna go eat. All right, thank you. I'll be right back. I'm gonna do my bowl, and then we'll go from there. Thanks. All right, we're back. I made my bowl up. Let's put some green onion on top of there, like that. Okay. I had some leftover nook mom. It wouldn't fit in a jar, so I'm going to go ahead and use that up here, and then pour it on here like that. And you see how much I poured on, right? I still like more, so I'm going to stir up the jar here and pour some more on in my bowl. Yep, that's how I like it. Then I'm going to mix it up. Give me a second here. Let me put down this phone and all that. Get my chopsticks wherever I put them. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna put you on pause. All right. All right. So there it is. Got there. Let me mix this up a little bit and see how much nook mom I have. Because like I said, I like a lot of it. I don't mind it sitting and soaking in there, but I like a lot of nook mom. So there it is, just like that. I'm going to take a little bite here of the noodle, of just here. So a bit. Hold on a second here. Let me take a bite. Wait, I'm missing something. Boom! That's what I need. Hold on. Yep, that made it. All right, thank you very much. I appreciate it, guys. All right, have a good evening. Thanks. Bye.